Sometimes you'll want to create spacing within your Flexbox items. This can be accomplished using the gap property. While margin and padding can be used to specify visual spacing around individual boxes, it's sometimes more convenient to globally specify spacing between adjacent boxes within a given layout context, particularly when the spacing is different between boxes as opposed to between the first and the last box at the container's edge, which has always been problematic using margin or padding. The gap property and the subproperties of row gap and column gap provide this functionality for both flex, multi-column, and grid layouts. Let's see what this looks like in practice. Here's the page I've created for this particular example. It is simply a section wrapped around 3 articles. Each article is using a class of item and a unique class of I1, I2, I3, so I can assign different colors to the backgrounds, and I'm just repeating this twice. So currently these are identical. If we jump into the style page, you can see that I'm using display flex on both items, and that's why the articles are sitting side by side. If we want to create some spacing between these items, using the gutter property is extremely easy. I will target my first container using C1, and then I'm simply going to say gap, and I'll just make the gap 1M. If we save and refresh, you can see that now I have gutters between my columns. It has created this spacing. We can use pixels, ems, rems, percentages, any of the units that we're used to using within CSS to create this gutter spacing. Now let me just show you what this looks like in comparison to margins. I'll target my container 2, and this time we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a margin, and we'll just start off by adding a margin of 1em. If I refresh the page, you can see that what happens is the container itself gets indented. So right now I'm targeting the container, not the items. Let's change the selector to .c2.item, and now it's going to create margin all the way around. So if we compare the first example to the second, you'll see that we do indeed have spacing between the articles, but when we set the margin on the elements, we also inherited spacing on the other margin areas, top, right, bottom, and left. If I change my margin to not have any sort of margin on the top and the bottom, only on the right and the left, and we refresh, you can see that it's closer, but we still will get margin on the far right and the far left. If that is not something that you want, you would then need to individually target the first article and remove the margin on the left, and target the last article and remove the margin on the right. A simpler solution is to simply use the gap property, which will only create a gap in between either the columns or the rows, depending on the flex direction. So if we were to change our flex direction to column, and in addition to changing the flex direction to column, I'll also need to change the gap value, because right now the value is going to be a %, and because my items are taking up the entire height of the parent, there is no % value that it can use to calculate. So I'll just change this back to 1em, and on our margin, instead of having a margin on the top and the bottom of 0, we better change that to 1em and 0 for the right and the left. So if we refresh now, you can see that with our gap property, we get the spacing in between the vertical stacking of our items, where margin, of course, is going to add the spacing on the top and the bottom, as well as in between the items. The gap property takes care of that visible gutter or alley created between boxes. It's really helpful to be able to create this gutter spacing with just one line of code.